technological-driven environment, providing quality service to its customers. The mission statement of Customs Department Angular. The Customs and Excise Department is committed to provide sound and timely advice to the Ministry of Finance, enhance the facilitation of legitimate trade, maximize the collection of revenue and the protection of society by enforcing customs legislation and other related laws in a professional and equitable manner. Lastly, to provide quality service to its clientele for the mutual benefit of our society. Thank you.
We'll now have Mr. Veer with our selection. Okay, we'll pass him for a bit. He's not here at the moment. Let us have Mistress Caroline Richardson Hodge with the World Customs Address.
A message from the World Customs Organization, International Customs Day 2021. Once again, the customs community comes together, united in celebrating International Customs Day, which officially falls on 26 January of each year. This special day enables World Customs Organization members, the WCO Secretariat and Customs Worldwide partners to dedicate themselves to taking forward a particular theme. Thus, throughout 2021, under the slogan, Customs Bolstering Recovery, Renewal and Resilience for a Sustainable Supply Chain, the customs community will be focusing on emerging from the global pandemic and support people and businesses by strengthening the global supply chain, reinforcing collaboration, harnessing technology, and putting people at the center of the transformational process. Indeed, as customs, we will be moving to reconstruction in the wake of COVID-19. Members will be invited to embrace digital transformation at the borders, paying particular attention to automation, the use of innovative technologies, and the adoption of collaborative approaches with all stakeholders along the supply chain. Customs, being uniquely positioned and mandated at borders, can contribute to a sustainable supply chain in the following ways. 1. Reinforcing collaboration to drive the recovery process. The economic impact of the pandemic on companies has been colossal, with considerable disruption of global supply chains. The Herculean task of reconstruction cannot be undertaken in isolation, and the expertise of all borders, agencies, and stakeholders will be as the decisive factor. Customs will be called upon to demonstrate its leadership during this process at the national and international levels. The COVID-19 crisis has demonstrated that coordinated border management is possible, efficient, and can be further institutionalized at international and national levels. The sound implementation of the safe framework of standards, including the AEO standards, and cooperating with other government agencies appears to be a relevant focus in this context. Given the increase in e-commerce observed during the COVID-19 period, it would be timely for members to implement the WCO e-framework of standards on cross-border e-commerce in order to address security and facilitation in the context of this emerging supply chain trend in close collaboration with stakeholders. 2. Embracing advanced technologies to enable renewal rather than returning to how things were before. The COVID-19 pandemic has shown the importance of major innovative and technological concepts which the WCO has been promoting for years. These include all digital and paperless clearance methods and the use of technology for implementing effective controls and facilitating, enhancing, and accelerating processes. Irrespective of the pandemic, customs administrations has been sensitized through specialized forums and conferences about benefits that can be reaped from the integration of technologies based on the use of big data and the cloud into customs operations. Building on the lessons learned, customs administration should look at the ways goods are cleared at the borders from a fresh perspective. Non-intrusive inspection devices, blockchain, artificial intelligence, sensors, and connected objects, and other technological advances offer tangible benefits in terms of collecting, combining, sharing, and analyzing data, and these benefits should be maximized. 3, putting people at the center of change for a resilient and sustainable supply chain. In order to address the vulnerability of customs to systematic risks such as pandemics, customs administrations will be called upon to build on the lessons learned and ensure that no one is left behind as we move towards a deeper transformation. To create greater resilience, people should be at the center of the recovery model. Citizens around the globe have changed their daily lives drastically to adapt to a new reality. By the same token, customs are called upon to rethink and adapt the way they operate and enhance the preparedness of their staff through awareness raising and capacity building for the provision of a professional service. At the same time, resilience cannot be achieved without integrity, diversity, and inclusion. A lack of integrity in customs can distort trade and investment opportunities, undermine public trust in government administration, and ultimately jeopardize the well-being of citizens, which in time of recovery could prove to be a recipe for failure. Permit me to repeat this again. A lack of integrity in customs can distort trade and investment opportunities, undermining public trust in government administration, and ultimately jeopardizing the well-being of citizens, which in times of recovery could prove to be a recipe for failure. The WCO will continue to provide guidance, help to share best practices and information, and deliver capacity building and technical assistance support to members for the achievement of the above goals. As in previous years, I am fully convinced that customs administrations and the wider customs community will rise to the occasion, fully committed to actively promoting their efforts and activities aimed at bolstering recovery, renewal, and resilience for a sustainable supply chain that includes sharing relevant practices and activities with others at WCO meetings and in key WCO publications. Wishing you all a happy International Customs Day, Dr. Kudo Mikuya, WCO Secretary General.
Yes, that was a bit of a songbird coming from our WCO Secretary. And I would like to know if Mr. Hodge will put that in Anguillian, because this is really relevant to the occasion. I will now call upon Mr. Rivera with his selection.
Morning to everyone. The song that I'm about to sing is called Legend. I'll be doing it a cappella this morning. So. Story of my life, ordinary person just like you. But if you take a look inside, you'll see the great things that people do. Working hard day and night, but nothing I do ever makes the news. But still I have to do what's right. To the King of all kings all praises due. Yesterday I was on a train. A little boy asked me my name. He said, "Sir, I've seen you before. Tell me, who are you?" I said, "I am a legend that you never heard of before. Don't you know I am a lion, but you never heard me roar? I am a hero that nobody celebrates. But if one person remembers my name, give praise, that means I made a change. I'm the man who cooks the food and feed the street people in the afternoon. See, I'm the lady with the broom, sweeping the halls of your son's preschool. I'm the soldier that's up all night, making sure everything is alright. But if you ask me, I'm quite fine, being an ordinary person doing what's right. Yesterday at a football game, a little girl asked me my name. She said, "Sir, I've seen you before. Tell me, who are you?" I said, "I am a legend that you never heard of before. Don't you know I am a lion, but you never heard me roar? I am a hero that nobody celebrates. But if one person remembers my name, give praise, that means." See, I'm the ocean of fame, I'm an unknown sailor. I'm the percussionist playing with the whalers, the one with the shaker, the mover and shaker. My name wasn't on the front of the paper, but me na cater, 'cause much more than the worker, the work is greater. Creation glorifies creator. So all these done are in the name of my maker. I said, I am a legend that you never heard of before. Don't you know I am a lion, but you never heard me roar? No. I am a hero that nobody celebrates. But if one person remembers my name, give praise, that means I made a change.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's give him a bigger hand. I think it was really great. Yes, yes, yes. We'll now hear from our Comptroller, Mr. K.L. Connor.
Good morning, everyone. I adopt the protocol already established. Custom departments across the globe continue to serve as keepers of the borders. Our officers readily serve as the eyes and the ears of the people and as protectors of the industry, the environment, and the economy. Through the years, customs have reformed its image from only being regarded as revenue collectors. The modern customs department, both here in Anguilla and around the world, is a facilitator of trade and the enabler of legitimate business. With the growth of the global supply chains, the customs department became an integrated partner in administering trade agreements and domestic trade-related policies that redound to the benefit of merchants, manufacturers, and consumers alike. Improved custom procedures allow for faster, hassle-free processing of documents and the clearance of these goods. These have resulted in availability of greater variety of goods to the discerning consumer who values choice and access to raw materials for local producers both here and abroad. In truth, we all desire greater access to the goods we love and to be able to compete in markets abroad. With the advent of the novel coronavirus, easy access to the world global supply of consumer goods, medicines, and vaccines have become more vital to the advancement of modern societies. It is the modern Customs Department with its focus on trade facilitation that allows Anguilla and its business community to keep in step with ongoing changes in the global supply chain. On January 26, 2021, the Customs Department of Anguilla joins all customs departments and authorities all over the world in celebrating the 69th anniversary of the founding of the World Customs Organization and World Customs Day 2021. Our leadership, management, and staff join with our colleagues in focusing on the theme of this year's celebrations, customs bolstering recovery, renewal, and resilience for a sustainable supply chain. This Customs Day and each day, the Anguilla Customs Department pledges to redouble our efforts to facilitate that which would promote the economic growth and social advancement of our island and its people. We recommit our lives as protectors of our island's borders and careful administrators of the laws, policies, and agreements that defend our natural and socio-cultural environments. We believe that it is our role as a protective arm of the public service to play an integral role in our island's response to the economic and social shocks that confront us in the times of the new normal. As part of our celebration of Customs Day 2021, we salute the vision and the hard work of the Customs Department leaders and officers of the past who spearheaded the organizational reforms that have prepared the department for these challenging times. Reforms ranging from electronic document processing to the introduction of the Acapella World Platform, to the introduction of risk management assessment capabilities, and post-import clearance review processes, have all lessened the need for longer, time-consuming person-to-person contact hours. Yet at the same time, these measures give the assurance that no more than ever, Anguilla stands ready to do business with the rest of the world. We stand ready to administer any new legislative and policy measures that would lead to economic recovery during and following the COVID-19 crisis. We stand as a vanguard to the values that will build a stronger and a more resurgent Anguilla. Above all this, we stand shoulder to shoulder with all of the people ready to overcome every obstacle. In closing, I take this opportunity to wish all custom officers, both serving and retired, a happy World Customs Day 2021. May the significance of this celebration strengthen our resolve to serve our God and our country with passion, with purpose, and with integrity. Let us, in our daily endeavors, be the reassurance that our Anguilla is robust and resilient. May God bless us in our daily duties as protectors of the borders and industry, as the collectors of revenue, and as promoters of robust trade facilitation. And above all, through us, may God bless Anguilla. Happy World Customs Day. Thank you.
Let us stand as we sing the chorus, Bind Us Together, Lord. Bind us together, Lord, bind us together with bonds that cannot be broken. Bind us seated. This is a part of the program where all of us, over a period of time, have been looking for in this program. Who will want to laugh will laugh, and who want to cry will cry, and who want to jump will jump. And so we welcome to our platform this morning Mr. Alexis Ryan.
As usual, you know, I was inside roughing it. So if I make a mistake, please don't kill me for it. It doesn't have a title, but by the end, you guys can give me the title. All right? World Customs Day Poem 2021. Sometimes it is not about the journey, it is about the destination. Our journey here started long before the pandemic, long before a devastating world economic recession, long before a change in government, long before Operation Iron Dome, for we have always been the keeper of the gates, the first line of defense, keeping this country afloat without the weight of gratitude sometimes to carry on our backs or in our pockets. But we did the best we could. We made miracles with what we did not have, rising against all odds, obstacles, and setbacks, never derailing off track. This journey started long before the hard days and sleepless nights and moments of silence and the uncertainty. This moment started long before our masks matched our uniforms and shields, gloves, and hand sanitizers became weapons of defense. This journey started long before COVID, Zika, MERS, or SARS, or for any epidemic that presented itself. We stopped it. This journey started long before any of us joined this department. This journey started with a mission and a vision of a sound-minded person who made a decision that this world we live in needed a hero. And although we know right now heroes seem to be in short supply, let me remind you that the Webster's Dictionary defines hero as a mythological, legendary figure of divine descent, endowed with great strength and ability, one who possesses an unusual amount of courage, an illustrious warrior often admired for achievements and noble qualities. In other words, a customs officer. One who braves danger, achieves targets under pressure, thrives in sometimes unsavory circumstances, adaptable, analytical, unmovable, selfless, resilient, competent, and driven. In other words, a hero is you. And if no one else celebrates you, I do. So to my fellow custom officers that are here today, as I look around, I see more than just a people in white and blue. I see this country's first line of defense. I see courage. I see bravery unwavering. I see hope. I see dedication. I see perseverance. I see you. And in you, I see my reflection. So to my custom officers here today, happy World Customs Day. Today, we have earned the right to celebrate.
Indeed, this call for a standing ovation. Yes! Every year, religiously, he never ceases to impress us with song words. Please be seated. We are now come to the part where we present our awards. Though they may not be here, we still call the names of those who would have been awarded, and they will be presented with the awards on a later time. But before we go through all of that, this is really a bittersweet moment for us, in that these awards come from our deceased custom officer, Mr. Callan Van de Poel. I would therefore like for all of us to stand again, sorry for the thing, but I would like for all of us to stand again so that we could stand in a minute of silence for him, please. To God be the glory. Amen. Please be seated. We will now have the presenter for the award to come and call the names of those who will be awarded.
Since Mr. Souza is free to come to the mic, I'll take it. I was watching TV just the other night, and I had a great idea of a Lifetime Achievement Awards of sorts. Now, the first person would be Mr. Elvis Hull. He would have worked with us from 1986 up until last year December, which is a total of 34 years. I must say that is an achievement given the rigors of working within the Customs Department. I must say at the same time that I wasn't born yet, so that was a feat in itself. The other awardees, none other than Mr. Travis Carter. Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter would have been here with us from 1998 up until this year, 2021, which gives us a total of 23 years in total. Again, a feat in itself. 1998, just to give a bit of context, I was still at the Valley Primary School. So I must say that I feel young quoting these years because, you know, I wasn't born on one end and just entering the high school system at the other. Now, to speak about Mr. Carter, I don't think I can give it as much justice as is due. I can speak of our time as managers as far back as 2015. We were the two fellas from South Valley that were thrown into the den. When I say thrown into the den, neither of us really had management experience. Mr. Carter then being recently appointed as the Comptroller, myself as the Deputy. We often had some disagreements, which is normal. He would say, "Hey, you buy for bed. Get yourself together." And he would always find time to reach out even though there was some disagreements. For that, I am grateful, I am thankful. I have grown as a result of such. And I think we have progressed from a relationship standpoint from family to colleagues, so I can now say, our brother, as much as you can say as well. So, I think that is just about as much justice I can give it. I thank him for his years of service, as it was instrumental in some big changes for us. And I wish him the best, in his future endeavors at wherever he may be. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Francisco. We'll now have the vote of thanks by Siobhan D'Souza.
Now, this is the slot I remember being in. I don't know what Mr. Francisco was talking about. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Adopting the protocol already established, it gives me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks to all our colleagues and dignitaries assembled here this morning. Okay, firstly, I want to say thank you to Miss Marilyn Sharpless for her warm welcome. I would like to say thank you to Bishop Bernard Joseph for his honor, for honoring our function, and he took the time out to impart profound blessing over the staff and the department as a whole. And I don't know for any of you, but when he prayed this morning, it was like divine intervention. God was just telling him exactly what he needed to say at this very moment. And I want to thank you again, Mr. Bishop Joseph, for obedience. I would like to say thank you to our very own Timisha Richardson for reading of our vision and mission. I would like to thank all our distinguished guests and delegates for taking the time out to grace us with your presence and showing your support. I would like to also thank Ms. Caroline Hodge Richardson for the reading of the World Customs Day address. It was a great source of motivation in the era of COVID-19 that we are now faced with. I would like to also thank Mr. Nathan Vea Connor for his inspirational rendition of the song Legend. We, the officers, can attest that when we leave the halls of customs, we are indeed legend. And as the saying goes, once a custom officer, always a custom officer. And that is the legend that we are going to carry. That is the legacy that we would forever carry on. Although we leave this department, you are going to be known. You will be forever stamped as a custom officer. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our newly appointed Comptroller, Mr. K.L. Connor, for his speech of encouragement. I would like to also say thank you to our very own Mr. Alexis Ryan for our very empowering and daring poem as always. It exemplifies the life of a custom officer, and every officer here can attest to that. So some stuff that we would not dare to say, he always brings it out in his poems. So thank you, Mr. Ryan, for your commitment and your devotion. Thank you as well for Larry Catering for the food that we would now partake of as we leave here. We want to say thank you to for GAF for the mics. We want to thank IT department as well for streaming, and the agriculture department. Thank you, thank you to the media as well, Mr. Nat Harge. And ladies and gentlemen, to our most valued and our unnamed heroes, we say thank you to you, the custom officer, for being here. We appreciate you and we salute you. Thank you.
I think Ms. D'Souza forgot the presenter, but you're welcome.
That was funny. Okay, before we rise to dismiss, We have breakfast for all who's here this morning. So we'll ask that when we all dismiss, that you go along this door and go upstairs, and please let us use our protocols and requirements because it's necessary at this time, and we'll flow through as we gather and come down to the stairs here. Those of you who are familiar with the department, we just wanted a flow. And please be cognizant of the requirements and stuff that is through the protocols of COVID-19. Let us stand. And let us say the grace, please. May the grace of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the love of God, fellowship of the Holy Spirit, rest with us, abide with us now and forever. Amen. You're dismissed. Thank you. Okay, before, let us please give our ministers the first opportunity because they have to go back to their offices so that they'll be the first in line to be served, please. Thank you.